Me personally, I hide all my boyfriends away from all my friends and family, which is probably the reason why it goes astray the way that it does. Because I be in lust, like Aisha said with Phil. He a good example of what I'm talking about. What's your hustle? Like, what you do? What you do that's great? What do you do that everybody call you for? What's up, y'all? It's your favorite cousin, Shiny B, and we back with another Ready to Love review. Y'all, what are friends for? What your friends for? I'm really trying to understand, because my friends will never meet a man that I'm interested in until we realize that we about to be together, because they gonna go in for the juggler like Sabrina friends did Shine, but that was a murder scene. That man was basically on First 48.
Juju in the other room.
Who?
Juju.
Juju who?
Don't play with me.
What's your name?
Juju.
What's your last name?
Jew.
What's your first name?
Jew.
So what's your full name?
Juju! Tell me about the car.
What car?
Juju's car.
Juju got a car?
The car you was driving.
Oh! What kind of car you drive?
The black one?
The black what?
Car.
We gonna get into it. Make sure you are commenting down below how you feeling about each of these couples. We are over the halfway mark. The show finna end in a few weeks, and y'all cousin, we still gonna have to be in contact. We need a bond down in the comments, okay? Like the video if anything I said sizzle in your spirit, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Help my channel grow, because y'all know y'all love me, okay? Let's get into it. The episode opens up with Tommy having the ladies in the ladies' lounge. Some of them and their attitudes, it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Camille, I just be want to grab her by her throat when she go to making all them goddamn faces. And y'all know Exhibit A.
Don't know, because I really don't talk to him, but I think he'll definitely
You gonna quit making them faces?
Yeah, making him
Like, what? Somebody just need to one-two her ass. But that heifer is funny as fuck, as we see later on in the episode. So the women are taking the men out to meet their friends. Me personally, I hide all my boyfriends away from all my friends and family, which is probably the reason why it goes astray the way that it does. So the episode opens up with Zadia and Naeem. I want to say his name is like that man from The Princess and the Frog. Don't kill me, okay? Talk about me down in the comments. I don't care. The episode opens up with them going on a date. He meets her friends. And the only thing that really stuck out to me about this encounter with her friends was the fact that I'm not sure if that was her brother or who this male was that was in the space, but he ended up asking Naeem a question of, what's wrong with you? In so many words. And, you know, they laughed and giggled about it. He's 40. He's never been married. He doesn't have children. And that boy had a really, on-spot question that we like to ask people. What's wrong with you? Why ain't nobody ever wanted to be with you? What's your most serious relationship you done had? What's going on? Something in the milk ain't clean, and we want to know. We want to know what it is and why it's happening. So they laughed it off. They asked him what type of woman that he likes, and he basically described Zadia to a T. He likes someone who's caring, kind, fit, in shape. And as he's saying it, like, a smile was growing on her face, and it was growing on mine. So I said, oh, he got all the game. He got all the game. And it was a very quick encounter with them. They didn't really get into much besides the fact of, how he made it this long without being married, never been divorced. And that was the gist of their conversation. Up next was Walter and Sabrina. And y'all, I don't care for Sabrina, so please know this is about to be real biased. I'm about to be real biased in everything I'm finna say. But she is so giddy. And I'm pretty sure that's a good thing when it comes to, like, men and the women they want to date. I don't know. But she's so giddy in the way that her and Walter were in, like, relations with each other. Her friends, it was like 7 of them. And Walter made a comment like, damn, did she bring everybody she know? Because I think sis brought everybody she knows. She said it was her best friends for the last 20 years. Sis, You're doing too much, okay? You could have narrowed that down to 2 or 3. You ain't have to bring the whole crew that you knew from high school, but it is what it is. They were sophisticated. They was sassy. They was quirky. They was everything that you would expect from her group of friends. They really reflected her. And they had, like, this sternness of, like, protection for her. I really love that. I appreciate that because, I mean, who doesn't want that in friends? Pause. Hard stop. They was doing the most, though. Like, asking questions that I don't know. I think there's certain questions that your friends just shouldn't ask your man. Like, this is my man. I asked him these questions, but it is what it is. I don't know. Anyway, Walter, he handled it like a troop. You know, like, he seen they was coming for blood, and he found a way to make a funny situation out of all the questions that they was asking, which I was like, kudos to you, because I couldn't have did that shit. I would have been like, listen, one of them gotta go. It's too many. I can't focus on this many people talking to me at one time. But Walter handled his thing. Then after Walter left, she had Sean to come up, and it went to hell with gasoline draws on real quick. Like, real quick. I could not believe the way that her friends were talking to him. So Sabrina sets up this whole, I don't know how I wanna state this. Sabrina stated before Sean got there that they had a conversation. She did like him at a pool party. They had a conversation on a date that they went to, and he basically said something along the lines of, I like you, and I don't want to hurt you 3 months from now if things, you know, go astray. Now, I'm going to put in a clip of this conversation because as the viewers, as we're watching this, it's like, sis, why did you go tell your friends that? Because you took this so out of context. Y'all were just talking about the fact that he wants children, you do not. He likes you and he still wants to pursue you, but he ultimately knows that he's doing himself a disjustice because he wants kids and you do not. So she takes this statement that bothered her and she takes it to her friends, which is one of these situations that, sis, certain things you gotta learn to keep that shit to yourself. Maybe she'll learn for the next time, but you cannot have a whole bunch of people's opinions about something before you form your own opinion. I don't think she really registered why he said what he said. And it's like, she should have had a conversation with him if it bothered her this much. She takes his information to her friends, so now they have a preconceived notion about him once he walks in the room. And their thing is protect and serve, okay? They was LAPD for her. Protect and serve Sabrina. This is what we here for. You're not gonna come in here and talk to our friend crazy, misleading her. The male that was in the room that she invited was like, make it make sense. That's my favorite shit to say. Make it make sense. You said something, look like you trying to play some games. Make it make sense. Clear this shit up. And Sean all in his confessional like, as men, we can't say that to each other. And I feel like he slick was throwing shots, calling that man feminine. But that's neither here nor there. These are all the views of me. And listen, that man did not say that, okay? This is the view of my ignorance. And y'all love it. What do y'all think about this Sean and Sabrina situation? Because I feel like she set him up for failure. That was not something she should have had a conversation with her friends about before she had a conversation with him. Obviously, it bothered you, sis. You should have had that conversation with him, not with everybody else. Like, what y'all think? I ain't really worried about none of the other couples. I didn't like the way that she handled him. And then after they chewed his ass in and had him on First 48 asking what car he was in, what time of night it was you with old dog, was y'all in the corner store, did you see this man get shot, where's the videotape? After doing all this extra shit, then she wants to, well, you know, you guys, we are still trying to get to know each other. Bitch, you should have been cut all that short when they was going in on his ass. Why did you give them the free range to go in on him the way that they did? Like, I do not get that whatsoever. Like, she was dead ass wrong to me. Hey, I feel like if you building a bond with somebody, you supposed to let them know, look, it's us. You see me? I see you. Like, you see me? Because I see you. It's us. No matter where we at. And then when we get in the house, bitch, we could be cats and dogs and fight with each other. But in public, it's us. She ain't do that for him because she felt some type of way before going into the conversation. She didn't have a ground to stand on because she was in her emotions about this statement. There's a difference of going to your friends with something and saying, hey, he said this, it made me feel like this, we had a conversation about this, and this is now how I still feel. But she was dead ass wrong because she took that shit out of context, got that man ass chewed out, okay? And now he don't want nothing to do with her, and she probably is still delusional to think that he wants something to do with her. She stated that, you know, he's probably better off being friends. Well, her friends gave her that conclusion. I mean, but they had already ruined her relationship anyway, so it didn't even matter. On to the next one. Y'all, this is the one that I wanted to talk about. Camille and Cornelius. Now, do y'all remember Camille saying she wanted to wait till marriage? When he was on that date, when they was all on that double date with Courtney. Damn, who else was it? Was it Courtney? And it was somebody else, because he was like, why am I here? I think it was Walter. I think it was Walter. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I really think it was Walter, where they went on a double date. It was Courtney, Cornelius, Camille, and Walter. And Walter was like, why am I here? Because the women wasn't interested in him. They were interested in Cornelius. And Courtney made a statement that she wasn't waiting. She want the deed right now. She need to know. She need to understand. I just want to bring all this back up to y'all forefront, because Camille gives this premise to her friends before Cornelius gets in a room, and she's talking to them about the fact that he wants to wait for marriage. He's a safe guy. You know, this, that, this, that, this, that. When in reality, sis had done said all that shit to him as well, which is why they was connecting the way that they were connecting. Oh, I'm a church kid. My father is a pastor. Oh, this. Oh, that. All the pretty faces. She wasn't giving him all them stank ass faces that she be giving everybody else. She was agreeing with everything that man said. But then you want to get around your friends. Yeah, he want to wait till marriage. Sis, don't say that shit with your chest. Say it with your chest the way that you was agreeing with that man. You was agreeing with him when you wanted his attention and you knew that he was interested in another woman. If he would have known that Camille is not really set on this whole waiting to marriage thing the way that he is, I don't think he would have pursued her as hard as it was. He could have been pursuing other women. Like, Shiloh is there. She doesn't want to have sex until marriage. Mooney, M-U-M-E-N. It's gonna kill me, okay? She wants to wait till marriage. Like, there are other women that he could have been pursuing. But Camille is up here lying to this man. She up here lying, then got the nerve to keep him on the chokehold and not let him talk to nobody else. Sis, what you doing? You don't even want this man for real. You don't want what come with him. You don't. You just like him because the fact that he paid you some attention and he like your crazy. He really don't like your crazy. He just, you know, he there. He's scared. He got an SOS sign in the backyard asking for someone to come save him, please, because he don't know how to get himself out of this situation. He's a battered man, okay? And he's scared you're going to blow his house up with him in it, in the words of my best friend, because she dead ass right. Camille is fucking crazy. I told y'all she was old girl from Squid Games. Like, do I need to re-put the clip in here of how crazy Camille could possibly be? I don't like that. Like, why you set that up for your friends? And your friends talking about you a runaway bride. About the fact that if you keep getting engaged. You probably keep getting engaged because you be lying to these niggas. You be out here telling these niggas what they want to hear. I'm with you, girl. I be lying to these niggas too. Tell them what they want to hear. And then I be like, damn. I be like Sean 3 months later, like, shit, I don't really like this nigga. I don't like football. Why did I tell him I like football? I don't want to sit out here in the sun. I don't want to do this. Like, he want to go to the basketball game. I don't want to see this shit. Like, why? 3 months later. Camille is that woman. They say that she get bored with her men quickly. That's because she be done lied to them. How do you lie about wanting to wait to have sex? Like, that shit is blowing my mind. Like, when she said that, I could not help but crack up. Because I was like, I was doing her faces. Like, bitch, you a liar, ho. You a liar. Where is the integrity? Where is the spirit of being a pastor's child? I wanted to know what all that was. But, y'all know, They like Cornelius. Unfortunately, they said that he was too nice. That he basically was just going with the flow of Camille. But they don't know if Camille got a whole voodoo doll with that nigga, and he done felt her poke that shit a couple times, which is why he is not trying to leave her. He's scared and he needs help. I keep telling y'all, he's a battered man. She ain't put her hands on him physically, but mentally she done beat that nigga up already. Y'all seen how she was verbally abusing him? We gonna have the same smoke for Camille the way that we be doing for women, okay? Y'all seen how she was verbally abusing Cornelius, telling him he was dumb and stupid, and he all up here in people's faces, and he just dumb, and don't nobody love you but me. Tina, don't nobody love you but me. Don't nobody want you. Who she thought she was? Ike. I'm gonna rest my case on her because I'm biased. I don't like her crazy ass. Y'all know she Looney Tune. Like, I just thought it was amazing that she lied about that. The fact that she loses interest easily, probably because she's a liar. You know, she just be agreeing with niggas to be agreeing with niggas. And the fact that they say that she always in and out of relationships. That's because she got that beautiful body. But up here, sis ain't got them all. She ain't got them all. Up next, we got Sydney and Frank, and y'all. Is it me or the fact that y'all know each other outside the show and y'all never got with each other means that y'all shouldn't get with each other? How y'all feel about that down in the comments? Like, let me know. Do you think that they should try to make this connection on this show, but they couldn't make the connection in real life? Or do y'all think that it's going to be a wonderful thing about the fact that they both work in the same industry? Maybe they were just too shy to talk to each other out and about, you know, in the industry. Like, let me know. Because at this point, it's giving nothing. It's giving me nothing. I don't know. Sydney invites Frank to meet her gay husband and her best friend, who's a business consultant, so they can ask, you know, him some serious questions, get some answers up out of him. And I know I'm sitting here rolling my eyes and not making much eye contact with y'all, but that's because Frank was up there giving these pageantry ass answers, okay? And I felt that way. So I was so happy that her gay husband then spoke the same thing. So I was like, they asked him a question of what's your biggest character flaw? And he was like, I care too much. To me, this is just to me, and the fact that, you know, I like studying people, right? To me, I'm pretty sure that is what he thinks is his biggest character flaw. I care too much. I just care too much. You know, I care too much. I like to smother people. I care too much. In reality, sir, that is not your biggest character flaw. Like, what you really got going on? You care too much? Nobody cares about the fact of getting attention from someone. And we just gonna leave it at that. Because I don't know nothing else. I don't want to be sitting up here spreading no rumors and no lies and putting this man name all through the mud. But, sir, really? Anyways, I think they would probably be a good match just because Frank and Sydney work in the nightlife. Working in the nightlife myself. I think it would be a good match just for the simple fact of, like, since they do get to work at night together, go to events together, it wouldn't be as much of a hassle for him or her to get their partner with the program of, hey, we need to go here for promotion, we need to go do this, we need to go do that. I'm not out and about trying to meet people. Of course, I have to be flirtatious, I have to talk to people, I have to pull them in, but this is just what I do for work. I think that aspect of their relationship would be really good, understanding, and, you know, it's not much to compromise. Definitely when y'all are in that same field. Sydney is a beautiful, beautiful woman, and I heard this thing one time that it was like some women are just so beautiful that like men don't want to deal with them. I can only imagine the attention that she gets and how intimidating that could possibly be. But Frank being in that business, I think he would be a lot more confident to be able to handle Sydney. And, you know, the beauty that she has, because the girl is drop dead gorgeous. Like that pink dress she had on, sis was killing it. But at the same time, I just wonder why it took them getting on a show to connect with each other. That's just me. What y'all think? Because maybe I'm reading too much into it. I just really think like they should have connected before getting on the show together. Like I said, don't shoot me. I'm just a messenger. But let me know what y'all think about that down below. The Player of the Year award goes to this beautiful girl. Sis did her thing. Okay, let me tell you, she had Dante and Walter at one time. She brought her best friend, who happened to be married over 20 years. And y'all, she put these men under a little bit of pressure. Now, most of the time, this does not usually work out in the women's favor, where they have two of the men that they're dating on dates at the same time. I honestly didn't think this shit was going to work out in her favor. And it did it with Walter. Like, Walter was not feeling the fact that Dante and him were on a shared date. Dante, on the other hand, he embraced it. He went to rubbing on her arm and stuff, grabbing her hand up under the table, letting her, feel secure about what was going on. Walter got real closed off and basically was like, bitch, why the fuck you got me here like this? Like, bitch, you trying me. Like, you trying my gangster. Like, you got me around this other nigga. Like, I felt like that's what he wanted to say, but he couldn't, so I'm gonna say it for him, okay? She out here doing these niggas how they do us, okay? Like, she was not playing. She said, listen, I'm gonna nip all this in the bud. Y'all gonna come sit down at this table together and we gonna figure this out. May the best one win. Okay, it's the odds forever in your favor at this point. And Walter at the end, he was a little salty about what happened. They asked, commitment wise, with how does he feel about Mooney, and he was like, look at what just happened. You asking me that right now? Like, did you see what just happened? Because I seen what just happened. Like, did you see what just happened? You want to ask me if I'm committed to you. You had me out here with a whole nother man, girl. I couldn't believe it. Regardless, sis got to pick up the litter if you ask me. I don't know. I think Dante's a great catch, besides the fact that he got 3 different kids by 3 different women. And he keeps expressing how difficult it is. I want to know what the relationship is between him and the mothers. Somebody really needs to ask him that. Like Mooney stated, she does children ministry. She loves children, but this is the different aspect of having children in her life. This is the aspect of you and 3 women. I'm not the one to judge. I'm not judging him about the fact that he has all children by 3 different women. The issue is the fact of the words that's coming out of his mouth. It is difficult. How old are your kids, sir? Why is it so difficult for y'all to communicate? Have you ever thought about going to family counseling with these women? Like, y'all got to figure something out, because there's no way in hell that you about to bring a 4th woman into this situation, because technically she would be the 4th woman into the situation, and think things are going to go even smoother when you already having a bumpy relationship with these women. Make it make sense. It is what it is, right? Up next, we had Phil. And I hear playing the Phil. You hear me? He had Aisha. I'm finna fuck her name up. Tanisha. Her. Okay, he had her. And Shiloh. All on a date. And let me tell y'all, the producers is messy as hell. Messy. Okay, because they said how it feel to be popular. They had him on the screen, and every time you seen it, it was like him, Aisha, him and Shiloh, him and Tanisha. When that 4th picture dropped down, I was like, who the fuck else he went on a date with? God damn. But it was just him by himself. I'm like, oh hell no, who else he went on a date with? Y'all, they had me cracking up, because he a hot ass mess. I really want to know who he's mostly connected with when it comes to these 3 women. I think, me personally, it's probably Shiloh, but he is very intentional about not saying who is his number 1.
I've been very solid about not giving the order as to where people stand.
I can say that Shiloh has been, if not the strongest connection I've made, among the strongest connections I've made. She's amongst the strongest connections, yes. That is guaranteed.
It's the strongest?
Do I think she's the strongest connection? I think she's up there. I definitely do.
Who he likes the most, who he really feeling. He got all these women thinking all these different things. And y'all, that shit popped up. It popped up when they went into the ladies' lounge. And that's where we finna go. Because even if somebody else went on a date, I don't think it's that important. Let's see. That's when my notes stop. Okay. In the ladies' lounge, y'all, let me lean in for this. The women started having conversations about the people that is that, you know, like they most interested in, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, this is going real good. Before anybody even came into the room, Tanisha, God damn it, how do you say her name? She was like, ooh, it's a lot of tension in the air. And I'm just like, damn, I wonder what's going on outside of these cameras. What the fuck that happened between these women? Because, baby, Aisha and Zadia, no, but Aisha was coming for that lady. Like, this whole little scene right here that happened. I want to know what the fuck is happening off camera. I really do want to know what's happening off camera. Yes, Aisha did make the comment about the fact that the men need to be able to stretch and like who they like and, you know, snap back to reality of who they want to actually be with. But there's also an issue with the fact that they halfway through this process. So if a man is still having 2 or 3 people that they're interested in, we need to narrow that down. Also, if the women still have 2 or 3 people that they're interested in, we need to go ahead and narrow that down. This is a show that only gets you advanced to the next round if multiple people are into you. So I get that aspect, but I do not get the aspect of the fact that Phil going on dates with 3 different women. 2, I could definitely understand, but 3, my G. And then the women are basically having this confrontation because, to be quite honest, I don't know what the hell was going on. Like, it was the comment of, you know, we need to start narrowing this down. And then also at the same time, it's like they're arguing over specifics of like the wording that was used and a list versus, you know, you just having interest in one person. Why is it okay for the men to stretch themselves and the women to not? Aisha gotta come talk to me about that, because I really need to understand, sis. Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on between you and this lady? Like, from what I noticed, y'all not even interested in the same man. Or am I missing something? Did I miss something? I'm confused. That's it, y'all. I ain't got no more. Oh, Sean ended up going home after his horrible interaction with Sabrina. And the fact that none of the other women have connected with him. So they got his ass up out of there. That's it, y'all. I ain't got no more. I really need to get ready because I got to go to work. But that ain't none of y'all business. I'm going to talk to y'all later. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down below who is your predicted couples for this season. I'm going to put in my next review. And I'm going to talk to y'all later. Bye.